teacher once worked in a secondary school. In one of his lessons, he noticed that some students were being negligent and lagging behind in their revision. So he decided to teach them a lesson. After a few days, when he entered the classroom, as soon as he sat down, he stunned the students by saying, "Everyone, please put your books away and take out a paper and pen." "Why?" asked the pupils. "You have a surprise exam," he said. The pupils grumbled as they complied. But one not so bright, large-bodied student, who was a known troublemaker, shouted, "Teacher, we don't want an exam now. I cannot even answer exam questions after revising. So what about when we have not revised at all?" The pupil said this in a very fierce tone, and the teacher was furious. He said, "Things don't happen here just as you please. You must sit the exam. Do you understand? If you don't like it, then get out of the classroom." The pupil replied back in rage, "Rather you get up and leave." The teacher turned to the pupil, walked up to him and began to curse him. "You have no manners, no etiquettes." The pupil stood up and some things occurred which I would rather not mention, but can be guessed. The matter reached the school administration. The pupil was punished by having his final marks decreased and was forced to pledge that he would never again misbehave. As for the teacher, everyone at that school began speaking about him. He could not walk down a corridor without hearing people whispering something about him, until he was compelled to leave and join another school. Now, another school teacher once faced the same dilemma, but he dealt with it appropriately. One day he entered his classroom and surprised the pupils by saying, "Please take out your pen and paper. You have a surprise exam." One pupil, like the one mentioned previously, screamed, "Teacher, you cannot give us an exam whenever you feel like it." The teacher was like a mountain that could feel the insignificant weight of the person trying to climb to him. He knew that a stubborn person should not be responded to with yet more stubbornness. He smiled and looked at the people, then said, "So Khalid, you do not want to sit the exam?" The people screamed, "No." The teacher said very calmly, "Okay, whoever does not wish to sit the exam will have to face the school's disciplinary procedure. So, write the questions down. Question number 1. Solve the following equation." The teacher began to list the questions, but the pupil could not remain silent and said, "I told you I don't want to sit this exam." The teacher looked at the pupil with a smile and said, "Am I forcing you to sit an exam? You are an adult and responsible for your own actions." The pupil found that he could not make this teacher angry, so he calmed down, took out a pen and paper, began to write down the questions. Afterwards, he was disciplined by the school administration for misbehavior. So, what we learned from the story? When I reflected upon this story, I realized the difference in people's ability to deal with diverse situations and their expertise in either solving a problem or making it worse. Dealing with a stubborn person by using stubbornness only results in fireworks. Everyone would agree that fighting a fire with fire would only increase the flames, and that responding to coldness with coldness would not work either. So, we should be patient and we should not reply the stubborn people with more stubbornness. Rather, we should think wisely and respond accordingly. That's for today. See you in the next story. Bye.